Otaku Blues! I have a new subscription service to share with you guys. It's the Otaku Box! Woo! Before we begin the unboxing, let me tell you a little bit about the Otaku Box because, as I said, it is brand new. This here is their very first box and it is supposed to be the January box, but it came a bit late. More on that later as I get into my final thoughts on the box. But the Otaku Box is an anime subscription service that provides 3 different box types. You get a basic box type for $34.95, or you can upgrade it to more loot for about $50, and then if you want their figure box, which is currently sold out, they've reached their cap on that subscription, but it is close to, I think, $115 if you want to go with that, but they do guarantee at least like a Nendroid figure or better. I opted for the middle ground more loot box, which is supposed to give you either more items or better quality items, plus they say that they will give you one item completely catered to you, and that's kind of what drew me to the subscription service, because when you sign up you pick your box type and then you take a survey each month letting them know what kind of animes you're into, and then they accumulate the answers to figure out what type of box they will put out that month, trying to give people what they want. And then, as I said, if you use their more loot, they look at your survey answers and they pick one item from the list that you actually choose. So I was intrigued by that, but not intrigued enough to do the really expensive more figure one. But if you want to find out more about the subscription, then I will put a link in the description so you can go check out their website. So now let's see what is in my more loot box and we'll do our first peek. Oh, it's been a while since I have done a subscription box, so I kind of miss this. So, wow, that's not very exciting. There's the padding, and the first thing I did notice when I got this box too is that it was very, very light, and it looks like there's quite a bit of padding in here. And as I said, I did spend $50 on this box, so I'm a little weary right now, but maybe the items are worth it, so let's see. So first off, we do have a bit of flyers here and a sticker even that says I am a launch recruit because, as I said, first box. And then I got a founding subscriber certificate, so it says this is a certificate of verification that you are a founding subscriber of the Otaku Box, launched on October 2nd. And I did say that their first box came out for January but was a bit delayed. However, I do know that you could pre-order the box before. I think I did mine in November, so maybe they opened up pre-orders on October 2nd, so that's probably what that is referencing. And then we just have a little welcome letter here that basically says why they started this company and why they're into otaku culture and all of that. So now that we have that out of the way, let's check out the loot. So the first couple of items that I got were some pins. So I have this Full Metal Alchemist button, and it is by Aniplex. And then I also got a set of 2 pins from No Game No Life, and this one is done by Sentai Filmworks. I feel like these are really easy items to get within the United States, especially if you're gonna go through like Sentai's website or like Crunchyroll or places like that. And the fact that I got 2 pins, I'm feeling a little underwhelmed already. So the next item that I got in my box is a Sword Art Online mini alarm clock with Kirito on the clock face, and this is also done by Aniplex. And I think it is a really cute little item. I do like miniature things. That's probably why I like Nendroid so much. So I do think it's pretty cute and maybe one of the most substantial items in this box. And then my last 2 items are a couple of Pokemon blind boxes. And normally I try to save blind boxes from subscription boxes for my Blues blind box videos because I don't get a lot of Japanese blind boxes normally unless I'm on a trip or something, so I just like to mix them in to give some more variety to those type of videos. But I feel like this video is lacking if I don't show you guys what's inside, so let's make it a little bit more interesting and I'll let you know what I got now. So first we have this really cute Pokeball like gacha capsule. So there's a bunch of tape on here, and you guys know how I feel about tape. It's like the bane of my existence. But let's see if I can get this off cleanly and without much struggling. Ooh, I ripped it. Ooh, what is this? So before I show you guys what was inside, let's take a look at this booklet. So these are some of the choices you can get, but I've already seen which one I got and it's not listed on here. So I bet you there's a bunch of different Pokemon that come in these capsules. So I'm still not quite sure what they are. At first I thought it was like a little mini book that I'm like, oh, perfect for Nendroids. But now they look all separated, so I'm kind of thinking they're stickers. Yep, and that's what they are. They are just a bunch of little tiny holographic stickers with different Pokemon on them. And of course, because this came from a Japanese gachapon, they are the Japanese Pokemon names, so I'm not familiar with a lot of these names on here. But it is a nice little sticker set. I'm glad that they give you more than one, just because I would feel a little underwhelmed if they only give you one. So now let's move on to the second and last Pokemon blind box and hopefully lift my spirits a little bit because this one looks pretty cool. It is from Raymond, and Raymond make exquisite little figures and miniatures. They're very detailed and very, very cute. And this right here is a Pokemon desktop figure from set 2. Just looking at the packaging makes me very excited for this set. They have Pokemon figures that also double as a useful desktop accessory. So we have things like a Jigglypuff smartphone stand or an Eevee rubber band holder, but I think I am most interested in the Lapras glasses stand. I think that one is really cute and I do wear glasses, so I think it would be a useful accessory for me. But now let's see which one I got. That is so satisfying when that works. Ooh, I think I got Charizard, and it looks like it's a stamp stand. Okay, not the most helpful for me, but the figure is really cute. It does come in 2 pieces like this, and I wonder if I could use the actual stand part for something else. It is pretty thick, but not really tall, so I don't think I could fit pens in it, but I'm sure I can come up with something. So here he is all put together. He is a really adorable figure, I must say, and you can even take out the flames and he looks perfectly normal and fine if you want to just display him like this. I'm still not really sure what I put inside the flames. It looks like you need a really specific kind of stamp, like one of those kinds that has your name or your logo on it that you would use to stamp onto like important documents or envelopes or something like that, and I don't have any of those. If I don't come up with a use for it, I definitely have a really cute Charizard figure to go along, and I definitely think this was the most exciting thing in my box. I do love blind boxes, I do love Pokemon, and this is just really cute. So now for my overall thoughts on the subscription and the box itself. Because it was new, as I said, they did have a few problems and the box was delayed. So this was supposed to be January's box. I only just got it this week, which is the last full week in February. There was an issue with billing, but nothing on my side, and it didn't affect me really. They took my payment, but the company they used held on to the payment and didn't give it to them, so they had to delay it and they couldn't send out a box until they got the money, which I completely understand, and it seems like they have it fixed now. And it's a startup company, so I know there's going to be some issues right off the bat, so I'm not upset about that. I can wait. I'm a patient person at times, but I think what was more disappointing to me, this is really hard for me to say, I think I've repeated this part several times, but I think what I'm disappointed in is the actual box itself. As I said, I did get the more loot option, which is a $50 box, and I feel like I didn't get items that were even close to being worth the price that I paid. I feel like my box was the very basic option. I don't feel like I got more loot or loot that was more valuable than I guess what I'd assume a basic box should be. Now I haven't seen any of the other boxes. I wanted this to be my initial reaction to the subscription service, and I didn't want other people's boxes and comments and thoughts to bias my opinion. So maybe the other boxes got less than this, but this is personally how I feel. I feel like it was more of the basic box type It even seemed less than what I would have gotten in like an anime bento when I was getting those, and they basically gave you 5 options as well, but I felt like their items were more substantial, and I paid a little bit less than I did for this box here, the more loot option. And with the more loot option too, you were supposed to get a personal item just for you, and it's really hard to say what that item was supposed to be. I did get 2 Pokemon items, and I'm pretty sure I probably checked off the Pokemon box, so it's possible that one of those items could have been specifically catered towards me, but I'm not really sure. But those are just my personal thoughts on the box, and I really hate giving bad reviews, but I want to be honest with you guys to let you know what I really felt about this box, because I do these videos so you can kind of get a sense of what they are and if it's worth it. And I feel, at least for right now, the more loot box is definitely not worth it. But if you still wanted to try this subscription service, and I'm not telling anyone not to try it, but I would recommend going with the more basic option, especially since the figure option is sold out. So you can't even go with that option if you're looking for more substantial items. So go with the basic option, because you do take the quiz anyway, and they still try to cater all of the boxes towards their subscribers, so it's something they'll enjoy and like. So closing thoughts, I didn't hate the box. I do think I got a couple of cool items, but I don't feel it was worth it for the price and for what was promised. But I want to know what you guys think of the box. Is this something that you guys are going to try out, or do you feel kind of the same way I do? Let me know in the comments down below, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye, Peekabloos!